Hey everyone, today I want to talk about pH in a reef aquarium. Most aquarists agree that having a higher pH is beneficial for corals and for your livestock, so we all aim for a pH of 8.1 to 8.4 values. Now, there are different ways to try and bring it up. It usually comes down at nighttime, and when photosynthesis kicks in and the lights are on, pH goes up, but there are many factors that may bring it back down, and we can supplement with calc water or have a refugium run on inverse light cycle, or some people run a tube from the outside all the way to the skimmer, so that there is an influx of lower CO2 or higher oxygen mix that also brings up the pH. Now recently I've started measuring CO2 in my house. I bought a tool. This is a CO2 meter, and this particular unit was bought from co2meter.com website. And right now it's reading 660 parts per million CO2 in this room. If I were to take it outside, it will be the baseline is about 400. So that means that in the forest or someplace outside you will have a CO2 of 400. And if you were to open up all the windows in your house, eventually it will all come down to 400. Now, if your doors are closed, if your windows are closed, if there are people in the room, it will start climbing up. Anything under 600 is considered to be ideal, so that sweet spot between 400 and 600 is amazing. If you're gonna go higher than that, it's more or less tolerable until 1000, but then anything over 1200, you basically are now dealing with potentially some cognitive issues, where basically too much CO2 will start affecting your everyday activities, especially if it's something where you have to read or write or do something with your brain. So recently I've bought this unit, and I've been very adamant about making sure that there's always a crack in the window, and the CO2 levels are consistently low in the house. And as an amazing side benefit of that, I've noticed that my pH, which usually would bring itself down every time when I'd have friends over, or family gathers for dinner, they were actually super stable. So I've never seen anything like this, but when I log into my Apex and I check the history, basically I've been running it for several weeks now, and my pH has never been as stable and as high as possible. I couldn't even achieve that when I was running calc water before. So wanted to share this with my viewers. And I think if you start to get a little bit more observant of the CO2, you don't necessarily need to get this unit. There's many others on Amazon, but investing in something like this will potentially help to improve your pH, and also perhaps give you a little bit more success in your reefing. With that note, thank you for watching, and let me know in the comments below if you want me to talk about a particular topic, or I'll just keep coming up with this on my own.